You got it, Sudan.
Walk around the neighborhood, feeling blessed.
She was also a contributor to the 2009 edition of Who's Who and Black South Florida and served as script consultant on the documentary short, A Celebration of Life, the story of Ajanora Pascal. Tammy is the recipient of numerous awards and honors, but her most significant achievement is joining her family to help deserving high school students attend college, with scholarships awarded since 2007 through the Allison Cherise Jones Memorial Scholarship Fund in honor and memory of her sister, who she affectionately refers to as Baby Girl. Woman who places faith and family first, Tammy is a member of the Konania Worship Center and Village in South Broward County. Hi, Miss Reed. We're so happy to have you here.
Hi, Cairo, and please call me Tammy. Let's not be that formal.
Not a problem, not a problem. Well, the first question that I have for you is, how do you uplift others at this time?
Wow, that is a great question. It is a very challenging time that we all find ourselves in. And, you know, as I think about it, one of the things that really gives me the most, satisfaction and gratification is really watch others, especially young people, young women like your sister, Sudan, watching them really find their path in terms of what their true purpose is and where their calling is, so to speak. So I really try to uplift others, sometimes in intentional ways and very deliberate ways, and just sometimes by the things that I do, you know, the things that give me fulfillment, you know, by, my community service and, and other things that I do. But I try to uplift others by encouraging them to really search, to find out what they were created to do, and walk in that truth and walk in that purpose. I'm currently reading a book by the late Dr. Miles Monroe, and it is called Becoming a Leader. And in the book, he talks about the burden. He calls it a burden, but it's probably also better described as the heavy responsibility that, when we're born into this world, we have this heavy responsibility, this thing kind of growing in us, which is our purpose, which is the thing that we were created, we were called, we were destined to do. I kind of look at your own life. I kind of look at what you're doing with uplifting news, because sometimes we have to step outside of the box. We have to step outside of the box of tradition and what is normal, and we have to follow that path that is really just pushing us on the inside. And I imagine that you probably felt that in your own journey to start uplifting news, because you're following your path. You're following that thing that you were called and destined to do. And when we do that, when you, myself, and others, when we do that, we actually, without even recognizing it, without even realizing it, we're inspiring those around us who are watching us. We don't even know they're watching us. You're inspiring like your sister, Sudan, and you're inspiring countless other young girls, women, men, your people in your community to find out, to figure out what is it that I should be doing that's going to give me that fulfillment and that joy. And I think that's the greatest way that you can uplift anyone, because when you figure out what it is that you're supposed to be doing, it's no longer a job. It becomes a daily joy. You find total happiness and gratification in that. So I think that in intentional and deliberate ways, and also in unintentional and deliberate ways, I really try to help people, especially young women. I love working with young women to help them to really understand what it is like that they want to do, and then just follow that dream, follow that path. And I get a lot of joy out of that.
That is so wonderful. I really appreciate you sharing what you did in terms of the importance of you helping and encouraging others to find their purpose, and how that gives you that feeling that you're uplifting others and being able to push forward. You know, what I will say is that with Uplifting News, I'm so grateful to my amazing co-host Sudan, because the thing about it is that in the same way in which I'm hoping to inspire her, she inspires me every single day as my co-host, you know. And so I just wanted to share that you know, it's definitely this idea of giving back, paying it forward, and how it's a cycle. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Thirdly.
All right, so we know that you love uplifting others, but how do you personally stay uplifted?
How do I stay uplifted? You know, when I think about that question, the first phrase that really comes to mind is keeping the main thing the main thing. And okay, so you're asking, okay, what exactly does that mean? Well, for me, you know, it means a lot of things. It means family, it means faith, it means love, and it means making an impact. So just as I want to encourage others to find that path, I understand that it's also important for me to find that path and to walk into that path. And I can't really be, you know, we are in a world right now, and we are in a situation in our world right now where there's so much going on around us. Sometimes there's just a lot of noise, and the noise sometimes is just a distraction. It's just a distraction to kind of take you off focus from what the main thing is. If you know what the main thing is, if it's you know, family and spending time with your family, then, you know, you want to keep your focus on that. If it's your faith, you know, if it's your faith that keeps you grounded and keeps you centered, you have to keep your focus on that. If it's love, you know, when I talk about community service and the fact that I really enjoy doing community service, and, you know, I do these types of things through the organizations that I'm a part of. But if I didn't have love for people, if I didn't have love for my community, I wouldn't even do it. I mean, you have to love people in order to want to help people. So there's the aspect of love, and then there's the aspect of impact. You know, how can I make an impact? Not so much that I leave a mark. You know, a lot of people talk about legacy, and legacy is great. You know, I'm not knocking legacy. Legacy is a wonderful thing. But I think it's more important to be focused on how can you impact and help transform someone else's life, you know, especially someone else who may have been going down a crooked path. Because I think when you focus on making a difference and making a difference that's transformational, you automatically lead to legacy. That is your legacy, because you have really helped someone else. So how do I stay uplifted? I stay uplifted by basically keeping the main thing the main thing. I think I shared earlier that I love to read, I love to write. So I stay in books pretty much in this time, the pandemic, where we, you know, had to work remotely and do everything virtually. I've had a lot of opportunity to read some books that have been collecting dust on the shelf, and take out my journal and, you know, start journaling and writing down these experiences, and, you know, writing down, letting my heart overflow on paper, so to speak. So those are really some of the ways that I just try to keep myself uplifted. I try not to pay attention to the noise, but stay focused on what is the main thing in my own life.
Great. I heard that you talked a lot about helping other people, and especially people that aren't in the right path, or people that really just need just a smile, you know.
Right.
So my initiative that I started, Reading with Royalty, we've been able to read virtually the kids in the hospitals that are unfortunately stuck during this time. and we've been able to make an impact. There's videos circulating with our brand ambassador Cairo, and we're happy to have other people that love to help other people, such as you, read to the kids, and you just see the smiles on their faces as they're watching the videos of them being read to. So it's totally great to just be focused too, and be focused on the impact that you have left on the planet, on other people's lives.
That is just amazing. And we just want to just share with you that, you know, you are incredibly inspiring to us, and we would love to have you come back on Uplifting News and be able to share more about, you know, what's keeping you grounded and just staying abreast of the things that you're working on as well.
I would love to, Cairo.
We would love that. We would absolutely love that. Well, we hope that you all stay uplifted. Tune in tomorrow for the next episode of Uplifting News. Bye.
Bye.
Walk around the neighborhood, feeling blessed.